Hello, my name is Nick Castillo, and I am the owner slash director slash CEO of Coffee House Productions. And I wanted to make a video to kind of explain why content hasn't been happening on the channel, something that has happened, and how we are going to combat that issue. So, with that being said, the reason why content hasn't been happening as often as it should have been is because there has been an issue between one of our former staff members that needed to be resolved. As you know, Coffee House was comprised of me, Nick Castillo, Emily McRae, Alexis Smith, Benson, and Brian, who now goes by Bri and she, her pronouns. And unfortunately, something that I'm not going to go in depth about in this video regarding Bri had surfaced, and I will link you guys to some Twitter accounts that do kind of explain what the issue is in the description. But something had happened that does not reflect the opinions, ideas, and goals of Coffee House Productions. And with that being said, Bri ended up being let go of our team. And because these issues are a little bit more severe and serious, we've decided that the Coffee House name cannot continue in the way that it has in the past. Bri's name was too attached to the name of Coffee House, and not necessarily the idea of it, but just the name, that we decided to make the decision to rebrand the name. And so we went dark. We did not upload any content whatsoever until we kind of came to the decision of if we were going to rebrand, how we were going to rebrand, what we were going to rebrand to, how would that change content. So with that being said, we did make the decision to rebrand, and we will be rebranding to the name of The Lounge. I will be making changes to the channel. I'll be making changes to the website. I'll be making changes to our social media within the next 24 hours. And in doing so, we will be making changes, especially to the channel, that regard anything that Bri was previously involved in, any past episodes of the podcast that Bri was involved in, so all of Season 1, majority of Season 2, the first episode of Season 3 is going to be privated. The first 2 playthroughs of Dating Simulator will be privated, that being Doki Doki and Conception 2. Those 2 are going to be privated, and the Conception 2 will unfortunately not continue. It sucks because that playthrough actually ended up making decent, views. But for those of you that were avid fans of Dating Simulator and avid listeners of Conception, or watchers of Conception, I mean, we're going to be sending you guys something brand new as soon as we possibly can. We're working as hard as we can to make sure that this content rolls out in an orderly fashion and in a way that you guys can, watch and enjoy and appreciate the content, because we know you have been. We're very excited and happy and proud of that. So what's going to be happening now is we're essentially going to continue on normally. The Coffee House podcast will be unfortunately gone. It'll be changed to the Lounge podcast, but previous episodes that did not involve Bri, so pretty much all of the extra episodes, the interviews and whatnot, will continue to linger on the channel. But the Lounge podcast will now be the new name for the podcast that'll be uploaded. We're still kind of figuring out if we want to kind of reschedule how things are going to work. So we're in the process of that right now. On top of that, Dating Simulator will continue, like I said, with a brand new playthrough that will not involve Bri, of course. we have Cooking with Chumps that is obviously going to continue, and we have another podcast that's kind of in the works that I'm not going to really announce here, but it'll be put on the website once it's prepared. And that's pretty much it. I think right now we are in a very experimental stage of how we're going to let things go here. It sucks because we really had plans going on, from here on out that we were really excited to let loose. So we kind of have to compensate by trying to push forward as best as we can. It's unfortunate because none of us saw this coming. It was very sudden. I was, honestly near about ready to stop Coffee House altogether. I was so shocked and upset. But we all kind of meditated over it. We all took our own different moments to sit and discuss with each other of how things would go. And we all came to the conclusion that we still want to make content together. We're not going to back down from this, and we're not going to let this mess up our creative lenses on things. So we have a ton of different ideas that we want to, make happen. They're not going to all happen at once, but what you can expect is the Lounge podcast to continue. You can expect Dating Simulator to continue within the next month or so, and you can expect Cooking with Chumps to continue. And I will try my best to announce the new podcast to you guys as soon as possible. But aside from that, that is pretty much it. We have everything prepared for you, and we're ready to kind of roll it all out. The next video that you guys will probably see is the second episode of Cooking with Chumps, as we have not really figured out the podcast yet. But aside from that, you guys will be seeing an updated website very soon. And once that is all set, 24 hours after this video is uploaded, I will completely revamp the channel and social media. I'll try my best to revamp our Anchor page so that previous episodes of the podcast will be taken off. And we'll be able to start a new clean slate, turn over a new leaf, and make sure that this never happens again within our staff. Make sure it never happens to us, and we will work as hard as we can to rebuild. I know I kind of rambled. I didn't really know what to say. I didn't want to script this. I wanted to honestly tell you what was going on without having to sugarcoat it. Honestly, what happened is something that I don't want to go in depth with in the video, which is why I've linked to 3 different accounts on Twitter. You guys can look at it. Just know that it's not something that is really to the faint of heart. It's a lot of reality. What happened was a lot of unfortunate moments. But I won't be going, I'm really just rambling now. I won't be going in depth just for the sake of those involved, but what is in the description is a pretty good outlook on what was going on. So thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with us. We hope you're excited to, continue to watch our content. We hope that you will not let, the loss of Dating Simulator back you down, or at least those 2 playthroughs. We're going to continue getting as much good content out to you guys as possible. Thank you, and we will hopefully see you guys in the near future. Bye-bye.